Okay, hello. So today is 2 years since Ron and I last played golf, and we played here at Timberline. And so you just never know when the last time you do something will be. And hoping today brings up a few memories. I remember a couple of things about being here, but we'll see what happens as we go. Alright, so not a good drive. Pretty good second shot, just short, but I chubbed the chip and made double. So 2 over after 1, a little short par 3 here. Alright, this is number 3, par 5. I seem to remember I hit a decent drive here, and Ron was up the left for maybe 1 or 2 shots, but don't really remember much. I remember it being a bit of a scratchy start for both of us. That number 1 is a bit sneaky long, and it's just a tricky little par 3 there if you don't hit the green anyway. But right, so I'm in no hurry. I mean, I teed off at basically 1:45. I played 2 holes in 15 minutes, but now I'm waiting. There's quite a few groups out of here. There's a twosome in front of me, but they're college golf teamers, I was told. The twosome behind me is just on second tee, and then behind them is a bunch of people walking and carrying bags. So I think I'll have a little space here, but it's not going to be very fast today. But the plan is to kind of take some videos where I remember things, and I do remember Ron pulling his drive up the left here, so see what else comes back to me. So I have some ashes to scatter, and I was hoping for a moment, but that twosome is now behind me and it's clogged up a little bit, so not sure where I'm gonna do this. After 3 mediocre shots, hit a nice little flopper out of the right rough. Got that for par. Just a hair inside of 3 feet. There we go. Alright, so when me and Ron played, there was a twosome behind us that was catching us, and there was nobody else. So we let him go. And one of the guys is one-armed, and I can't remember. I think he had a left arm. But I hit it up there. Yeah, I think it was about 225, 230. Ron hit a decent one up to that flatter spot, about 260. That one-armed guy came up here and just ripped it as beautiful and straight as you wanted. Had to be 300 yards or more. He was where that guy is. He had to be 50 yards ahead. And they were also playing from the, maybe not the backbacks, but at least those whites or something. But yeah, I've often wondered, would I give up an arm for the ability to still play golf and hit it 300 yards? And I'm still thinking about it. I'm kind of remembering that Ron might have gotten in trouble over there to the right. He was over like here. I was kind of back there. And I think I remember digging around down by that cart path, like just short of those trees perhaps. Maybe he hit a tree, but little things coming back. Right, well, there's another good flop. I almost hit a beauty, but it hit the hill and rolled down in the rough. So I hit a pretty good flop here. Another 3-footer or less for par. And it's like 2 feet. I think Ron says I can have it. Craig puts it in anyway. Another par. Okay, so we're at the top of the hill on the 5th tee. Seems like a good place to me. Sprinkle a little bit of Ron's ashes here. I'm gonna have to take off my hat. Gather some ashes around here. And then some Craig matter. I'd like us to both be here forever. I'm not going to tell you what that is. You might be able to figure out. I don't have any hair to cut. Love you, Ron. Well, I almost made it up here, which would have been fun, but as you can see, I did not. Almost don't count. 4 over through 5 so far. Had a birdie putt, but big downhiller and almost hit the pin, but it ran 14 feet by. So 3-putt bogey there. But it's kind of like 90, but that weird kind of dry heat that gives me trouble. I'd almost rather be stewing in humidity. But it's not too bad. When you are a flatlander like me, you forget how hills just completely knock your legs out. Quick, I mean early and relentlessly. Alright, so I'm about 140-ish right back there. Did I just do something really good? Oop, almost. So I pulled it and I hit off that mound and it kicked. I thought it was short, but hell, it got to the back of the green. So what is that? That's there in 2. This is a birdie French putt. 18 feet. Thank you, Ron. That had a little bit of Ron breath behind it. That is a French putt birdie. Okay, so I thought I had a memory here because I watched somebody play this hole, or this course. This is not what I was thinking, where me and Ron both hit really nice 6-irons. It is a very similar green to this, but it was not this. Again, I remember a few things about being out here, but we played here once. And I'm supposed to be one of many more in the fall, so. Didn't even really take a whole lot of pictures. I took more pictures the day before at Ballantrae. Hoping a few things come back. Had a little memory here and there, like Ron hitting it in certain places, but not too much so far. But I like this course. I'm not playing on a bad pace. It's about an hour and 10 minutes, be about an hour and 15 minutes for 7 holes. I was about to say it was about to clear up, but I might be wrong. I don't know who that is or where they came from, because I thought the group ahead of me had cleared out well before. But they don't seem to be stopping at a tee box. Oh yes, they do. Okay, I took a bogey on, what is that? 7. I thought that hole behind me now was number 8, but no. I was wondering where those people got popping up from. So this might be good. Well, that was not good news. They were still here when I crossed the railroad tracks in the road. So that's 8. This is 9. I'm guessing. Well, that's weird. Okay, so. So yeah, I've got to wait, even though they're up around the corner a bit. Oh, this is a par 3. I see. Oh no. No, number 8 is a par 5. It just hasn't updated. Let me get up here. But long story short, I'm waiting. So while I got a minute to think here, you know, I put Ron's ashes at hole number 5. Craig always likes hole number 5. He's at the top of the hill. I like that. And see if I can't find another nice little shady spot, little quiet corner of the golf course. I'm coming up on the turn. This is 8. I'm not sure if that's 9 or not. It kind of has to be. But anyway. Waiting on number 8. Well, I'm kind of having a memory of Ron going to the left again. And me barely being on the left edge of the fairway after running it over that little mound. See what we can do today. Well, that might not be too bad. It's 2 shots. Dead center of the fairway. That is a front flag. It is 98 yards. And it's a little bit below my feet. Not too bad though. Oh, that is a complete push and short. I just can't rotate well with my right rib cage hurting. It's just a little pull, but it won't go away and it won't let me breathe. And it won't let me get good extension either. Some bitch. All right, birdie chip. All right, another par. Almost made it to the turn. Boy, my ribs hurt. Well, I have a minute. Another little high spot. And take the head off again. Measure out a little bit. And sprinkle it around the 9th tee. So he is at the 5th tee and the 9th tee. And if I get a chance to do it on the back, I will. But, I like these spots. High spots and kind of secluded spots. Alright, so the 9th hole, I need a little cut. 176 to the inside of that corner. And it's cart path only, so it would do me well to keep it right. Like that. And I kicked it out left, but not bad. Alright, so I just gave myself enough room here, so let's see if I can hit a little 3/4 wedge. In there nice and tight. So, distance wouldn't have been so bad, but the club face was shut. Didn't quite hit the sweet spot. And I didn't bring the right club. I thought I was in the grass. That's great. Really, that's me. Well, I'm gonna have to do this with a pitching wedge somehow. Boy, I thought I was in the tall grass. Son of a bitch. Ah, shit. So I gotta... Oh, this is the wrong club. Ah, that was too clean. Way too clean. Ah, boy. Alright, so number 10, it was a 166 iron, and I hit just short. Ran right past the flag, but left myself what looks like a tricky birdie. Well, this is fun. That's about 35, 38 feet up a slope and then down, and the hole is on the down slope. Should be moving left early. I don't know. Golly. That needed 8 more feet. God, that's terrible. 12-footer for par. Lovely. And I don't see so much left to right either anymore. I think this putt would have been decent for line with 8 more feet going downhill. Can I salvage a 2-putt par? Nope. Push. Two greenies, 2 3-putts today. One on the front, one on the back. Well, these hills are wearing me out. And my rib cage is limiting my swing, but it's not like debilitating pain. It's just not letting me do what I need to do. But even if I thought of quitting after 9, the turn is way off here in the woods. So carry on to 18 I will, and I'm glad I did. I have some discomfort, but again, nothing I can't do 8 more holes of. 3:30. Let's go. Oh, damn it. So let's edit that. Hole number 11. This is the uncut version. I don't know if that's gold or not. Anyway, number 11 is when I take a therapeutic puff. Therapeutic puff. I've never said that before. Don't do that again. Therapeutic puff. Therapeutic pop. Number 11, par 5. I don't think this is gold. I think I've got even more yards to, yes, gold is here. 70 yards in front. I kind of remember something about this hole, but I don't know. I mean, a lot of these, oddly enough, a lot of these hillier holes start, I don't know, there's holes like this I've seen. Anyway, rambling on. That was just all kind of ugly. I hit my drive into the trees. Long story short, after 4 shots, I had 185 yards. I hit a decent 5th, half decent 6th, and missed the putt for double. Triple bogey. Well, where am I? On 12. I think I remember Ron being over here by these train tracks. I think I was left too. Not positive. I mean, not positive about both of us, but somebody was over here to the left. Oh goodness. This is not where I want to be. Well, now that I'm seeing this hole, which is what, 14, this is where Ron was off towards the train tracks. Yeah, it was flatter. I think he was findable and knocked it out. Up there somewhere. Anyway, little bits and pieces. I'm waiting to hit this shot out of the rough. Alright, coming down the home stretch. Seeing if I can get about 20 more swings in. Oh, I'm locking up a bit. But here is a dogleg left, par 5. Well, that's the bullet and the shape. If it runs enough. It's not terrible, but felt like I got it on the bottom of the club. And one day I think they're going to put memory chips on us. Not as a form of tracking, but perhaps as a way of capturing things and being able to get them later. I don't know. You'd need terabytes and terabytes of storage, I suppose, but I would love to have a chip of that day. Full-on good memory of what happened here. Again, bits and pieces. Memory is not filling in a whole lot of blanks. I remember being here, some of the holes. Well, it looks like the twosome, the golf team twosome in front of me disappeared, because now I just have the man and his girlfriend, lady, wife in front of me. So now it should open up a bit. 240 to a par 5, second shot. Alright, so better leave than I thought. I thought I was going to run off into this rough, but I did not. 105. Do I believe that? 103. Oh. Okay. Oh, I fucking straight pulled it. Come down off that hill. Thank you. Not that hard. Well, that was interesting. Well, it's not a putt technically, but it's 26 feet for birdie. I'll take that par. Thank you much. Well, somehow I'm still waiting. The next hole is a par 3. But it is as still as it can be. It's not brutally hot, but it's brutally still. So, 3 more left. Playing okay. Could have done without the triple. Other than that, it's been okay, if not good, considering I got about half a swing to 3/4 of a swing. So, enjoying being here though. I think I remember this is 16, and even from the golds, this is 180. I'm seeming to remember Ron hit a really good shot where the pin is, which is over there on the right side, front right. I don't think the flag was there. Flag was probably more middle. I seem to remember somebody hit a good shot, and it was more than likely him. See what I can do. Sore as can be. Just trying to make it through. That was totally scacked. A decent bounce down the hill. I don't know what it's doing. It got closer to the green, but God, that sounded terrible and looked terrible and felt terrible. And so Birmingham has what I would call Louisiana fall right now. It's like when you're getting into fall, it's like another month. When it's mid-September, it's still 90, but it's almost got that slightly drier air feeling. It feels pretty parched out here, and that wasn't so bad. Just a little chip up for maybe a par save. Well, didn't want to leave a 24-footer for par, but that's what I did. That was too hot. Supposed to hit into the upslope and kill it, and it did not do that. Good God, if you hit it. That was the right line, and it was 4 feet short for bogey. Thank God. Making some putts. That's saving me. This is no easy track. It's got its moments of brutality. And remember this hole. I don't remember how we played it though. I think it was a struggle for me. I think Ron P-laid a drive into perfect shape. I'll have to see the green around the corner. Well, now that I see around the corner and that flag is really elevated, yep, don't really remember. Maybe when I get up there. Okay, I remember more now. Ron hit a good shot, and this isn't very far. He hit 2 good shots here. I struggled. I think I ended up over here, and then I ended up short, which you have to walk over. You can't drive up to that little short spot. And if I recall, I came up short of the green. So he probably made par, bogey at worst here, while I probably made bogey at best, double probably. But today it looks like I've got a doable 130-ish. And see what I can do. It's 120 to the flag, but it's uphill about 10 yards-ish, 8 to 10 yards at least. So I'm gonna play this about 135. And I chunked it. And it, son of a bitch. That's not the, it's just god awful. Perfect drive. Chunked second shot. Chunked third shot. Decent fourth. But 2-putt double. From 120 yards. No excuse. I do very much remember this hole, but I seem to remember I went to the right, and something tells me he creamed one that almost ran through the fairway, although that's an awful one. Not from where we play. I suppose it's possible if we were up there. 18 at Timberline. Somebody's got a martini glass on the tee box. That was abominable. Barely caught the ball with the bottom of the driver. It went nowhere. I've got, on a 325 yard hole, I've got 200 yards. Yeah, that's great. 125 yard drive. Maybe 135. I mean, it almost didn't make it out of the rough onto the fairway. I'm actually lucky it got about, 70 yards worth of roll. But that's terrible. That's just terrible. If Ron was here, he would take out a club and try to do it. So that's what Craig's gonna do in honor of Ron. Good 4-iron ought to do it. Oh, I hit it good and I hit it right. No, I didn't even hit it good. Oh, it stopped. 52-yard little wedge shot. Sitting up nice on rough. That's just god awful. Well, I'm making this harder than it has to be. 4th shot, trying to avoid a double-double finish. Oh, great. Hit it. I avoided a double-double finish. That was awful and yet beautiful. Thank you, Ron, for stopping that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Not a double-double finish. It is a double bogey finish. Well, that's it. 18 holes where me and Ron last played at Timberline Golf Club. I felt you with me, brother. Felt my ribs too, but I know you helped me make a few putts and a couple of shots. Gotta miss you. Love you. Alright, so that was a 41-46. Kind of an ugly back nine, but tough when your ribs hurt. So 87, not terrible, not great. And I did want to mention special shout out to Timberline, because I told them I asked if I could play alone, and told them why, and they accommodated me. And when I showed up, he's like, the starter knows about you, and you know, you're going off by yourself. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that customer service. It was a hot day. It was a beautiful day. Not a hint of rain, not a hint of wind. Could have played better if I didn't hurt. I just could not get around on shots, and it killed me on that par 5 where it took me 4 shots just to get to within 200 yards, because I was up against a tree and then behind a tree and then in deep rough. So, but Great day, glad I did it. Ron and I are now part of this golf course. Our DNA is here. Once again, love you, brother, miss you, brother.